Hello there, my Scorpio collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Scorpios. I wanted to say a fucking fantastic day. So what do you got going on here, Scorpios? What do you got going on, Scorpios? Should be a lot of positivity coming toward you. Let's take the... Ooh, how appropriate for you. So, damn. Oh. Memento mori. There might not be a someday. 19 energy, which is the sun, right? This appropriate for you just because you are Scorpio? The great wave awaits. It's Emperor vibes. So, some of y'all could be overwhelmed, and some of y'all are going to be, you're going to be able to surf that wave. So, don't allow your emotions to overwhelm you, right? To be enlightened, lightened up. 29, which is Libra energy here. Where's the fucking optimism at with you? Where's the optimism at? So, this is kind of chuck it in the fuck it bucket and look for the bright side. So, what are you doing? What are you doing here, Scorpios? What are you doing? Queen of Wands, there's the Wheel of Fortune energy. You got the whole world in your hands. Oh, the power of positivity with you. Blessings energy with you as well. So, a lot of growth. A lot of growth. Well, some of y'all let go, let God. Send it out to the universe. Oh, whatever your sort of philosophy is. Some of y'all pay attention to your favorite astrologer. This could be astrological with you. Some of you be mindful of the overwhelming energy. So some of you could be getting a lot of sort of like static vibes. So you're like picking up on a lot of just unnecessary sort of chatter, right? So what's up with you, Scorpios? This is like, there is no dark side of the moon. We just don't see the dark side of the moon because it doesn't face Earth, right? So this is, where is that sort of power of positivity when it comes to you? Those of you, if you pay attention to like eclipses and all that, this could be more astronomical with you, maybe astronomical and then astrology, or maybe astrology and then you started paying attention to astronomy. It's interesting energy with you. This is also, be mindful of the sort of gravitational pull you got going on here as well. So, what's your focus, Scorpios? I almost feel like you need to decide on one and kind of focus on that. So that way it is like the power of positivity with you. Some of you, that allows you to avoid that kind of tug-of-war energy. Oh, is this... look, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Piscean moon vibes. So, sweet Jesus. So much sort of indecision. So, I've been telling y'all, Scorpios, stay the fuck out of the water anyway. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you, right? So, Lord have mercy. Maybe you got a lot of water placement in your charts here, Scorpios. Stay moisturized, stay hydrated, and stay fucking positive here. The important thing for you is to focus on the positive. That is like the dark side of the moon, but the other side of the moon, see sunlight, right? So there is no dark side of the fucking moon. We just don't see it. What is your sort of viewpoint here when it comes to like the general sort of vibe? Scorpios as well. This is as much astrology and kind of like astronomy. So if you were into astrology and then you started paying attention to astronomy, or astronomy and then astrology, those two, they kind of work together, right? Which came first was astrology, and then they started figuring out how everything sort of worked, and then it became the science of, right? So, Lord have this complicated energy with you, Scorpios. So, for fuck's sake, be mindful of that sort of static energy. look at you go, Scorpios. So what's this even about for you, Scorpios? Eight of Pentacles there with the King of Wands. Interesting you had the Queen of Wands in the pre-shuffle. So who or what's your inspiration right now? I like the Leo vibes there on that King of Wands energy. So Leo season could have been rather interesting for you. That's that energy of stagnation as well. So some of you just need to stop, focus on what's important, and stay kind of on task. So this could be good work vibes when it comes to you. There's way too much secondary energy on this. So you don't need all that sort of secondary chatter, right? There's the Page of Cups. There's the Three of Swords. Oh. Sacred Geometry with you. Some of you could be, I don't know if you've ever listened to it. They have like the sounds that the planets make. Some of y'all, the Schumann resonance. I almost feel like you're, I don't know which came first for you, astrology or astronomy. So take what's yours, leave what's not, if that's even a thing when it comes to you. But far more grounded, focused energy with you. There is that sort of gravitational vibe around you. So, damn. You got the Three of Swords down there at the bottom. So some of y'all could be kind of switching things up. I don't feel like you're kind of attached to that energy. Some of you, it's way too much sort of secondary vibes. So don't be overwhelmed. Some of you Scorpios, I feel like you get out of that energy if you just kind of move a little bit. So this is a dance around. Maybe some good cardio for you. You got to keep moving through that stagnant energy. So there's almost like this sort of pull on your heartstrings, but you don't need that. You don't need anything or anyone kind of tugging on them heartstrings of yours right now. Because is that even like your vibe? Work, love, life on this. Is that Eight of Pentacles? This is like good work energy with you as well. Ace of Wands. What's your sort of focus energy here? I love that with the King of Wands vibe. So where's the inspiration at? Page of Swords, the Hangman energy, the Four of Swords. So you switch something the fuck up. You've made some very interesting decisions here that your emotional heartstrings aren't being manipulated. So I feel like you've done this yourself. I think it's interesting, the astrology and the astronomy. So you could be a person of faith, but then you kind of believe in the esoteric. You could be a person of science, but you have that sort of other side of you that's a little bit more open to sort of suggestions and energy. This is really good discovery energy with you. This could bring about some really good work opportunities as well when it comes to you. So, damn sweet Jesus, Scorpio. Definitely, I definitely feel like someone wants to tug on those little heartstrings of yours, and now's not the time for that. Even you should realize now's not the time for that. Damn. It is the dark side of the moon, but there is no dark side of the moon. We just don't see it, because there's that gravitational lock between the moon and the earth. So there's a lot that's unseen energy when it comes to you. So you don't focus on that because that's kind of unnecessary here. A lot of you, this is the reality of that as well. So, for fuck's sake, the moon, there's the Six of Swords. Oh my God, definitely don't let your emotions overwhelm you. This is a good sort of meditative energy with you as well. So what's your kind of point of focus? This is like the dancer that knows how to spot, so that way they don't get dizzy. So for a lot of you, when it comes to that sort of the emotionals, whatever the sort of emotional energy is when it comes to you. This could be external, this could be internal with you. So what's your sort of, it almost feels like this passionate energy, but I don't feel like you're overly passionate or that's going to be what kind of moves you. Because I feel like you're definitely out of your feels, you're out of your emotions. You got all this moon vibes, but you should be focused more on like the sun. So, where's the fucking power of positivity with you? Some of y'all do be mindful of the sort of static energy as well. Those of you, if you pay attention like the earth weather, right? Those of you that's, maybe you've seen the northern lights where you normally don't get the chance to see them type vibe. It's like astrology and astronomy. So, you could be a scientist, or a person of science that likes science, but then you also have that sort of the fun vibe with the astrology. There's almost this sort of contradiction, but that's life, and that's what makes you uniquely you. But damn, not allowing those emotions. Oh, sweet Jesus, Scorpio. Some of this brings about good sort of working vibes with you. So, you could be switching it up with the work that you do. It does. You could be a very analytical person, but then you have that part of yourself that is kind of spiritual or religious, or you're just kind of in tune with things. Yeah, you always stay grounded and focused on what's important to you. Those of you, especially if you wear your heart on your sleeve, right? It's kind of like that energy. Damn, someone really wants to kind of tug on those heartstrings of yours. But now's not the time for that. So this is good healing vibes when it comes to you as well. I feel like for some of you, when you start feeling that energy, just kind of, you need to almost like shake it off. So, you know, do some sort of movement. Some of y'all, it could be decent meditation. Some of y'all get that heart rate going. You need to be able to move through the energy. Because some of you, it's just static energy anyway. It doesn't really do anything. It isn't really worth it for you. Over that, Knight of Cups energy, there is the Nine of Wands. And then there's that sort of Ten of Pentacles energy. Oh my goodness. Something definitely don't work for you. If this is like a relationship or partnership, this is almost like a night and day type vibe. But this brings about an interesting opportunity for you, but I feel like it's specific to you or for you. So, your uniqueness is what allows this sort of blessings energy with you. So you're either a person of like faith, and then someone's going to ask you something that's sort of based on like science, or you could be a person of science and someone's going to ask you something that's based on like faith. Someone wants to sort of create that contradiction within you, but I feel like you already hold that sort of contradictory sort of vibe within yourself. This is very interesting, and take what's yours and leave what's not here, Scorpios. Because this is it's a very intelligent type of vibe here. It's a very different sort of understanding as well. Because there is no dark side of the moon. We just don't fucking see it, right? So, it's far more, dare I say, science-based than what it is faith-based. But they both can kind of coexist together. Oh, I love that for you. Some of y'all have a good working relationship or partnership. If this is an emotional connection, some of y'all, that just doesn't quite work. So there could be a difference of religious beliefs or philosophical beliefs. And that's what kind of keeps something from moving forward, right? So if you're dealing with interpersonal relationships or partnerships, this is like the conversations that matter. Especially when it comes to like moving forward with regard to relationships or partnerships. So some people, religion or faith is important with their partners. This is really discussing what is important. Some of y'all, maybe you're looking inward when it comes to relationships or partnerships, and that's what makes the difference. There's growth here, but it's good, grounded, focused, like growth, instead of being all sort of stuck in the emotions of something. So, do what's your favorite astrologer, take what's yours and leave what's not. There's that Seven of Wands. I feel like if you feel that sort of stuck, stagnant energy, you need to like move through it. So maybe go for a walk, do some jumping jacks or something like that to kind of move through the stagnant energy. There's a lot of inspiration on this too. For some of you, I feel like that's what makes the difference with you. Some of you, that interesting complexity you have is really a benefit. So you could be finding the right relationship or partnership, or someone kind of enjoys the fact that you almost have this juxtaposition when it comes to what you got going on. It's like the scientist who is religious. It's like the religious person who actually likes science. So for some of you, it could seem almost contradictory. For others, it might seem that you're contradictory. But it's allowing yourself the sort of openness. Oh, for fuck's sake, Scorpio. This should not be messy. And there's the Four of Swords. Again with this Four of Swords vibe. The Four of Swords, there at the Four of Pentacles. There's the Knight of Pentacles. There's the Nine of Pentacles. And there's the Moon vibes. Damn, you pulled like double Piscean energy here. So, sweet Jesus, Scorpio, look at you go. I feel like you're very good under pressure, and that's what makes the difference here. But, damn, I mean, what the fuck even is that for you? Some of you, I feel like you've grown. This is a good sort of growth energy when it comes to you as well. This brings about blessings vibe. So some of you, with regard to your relationships or partnerships, that might have kept you stuck or stagnant. Work, love, life vibes on this. Understanding that that complexity within you can kind of coexist. Oh my goodness, you know what that feels like? There's a place for us. So West Side Story. Sweet Jesus. Fucking A, the complexity with you. I like this, though. The juxtaposition with you is actually rather beneficial. 10 of Pentacles there at the 7 of Pentacles. So you're going to have some interesting opportunities. Do you watch your favorite astrologer? Or what's your favorite astronomer? Whatever the fuck this is with you. Yeah, you got a lot of people scratching their head, scratching their ass because of this sort of juxtaposition that you bring. Good guiding light energy. I definitely feel like you're attracting a lot of attention, and I feel like it's good energy for you. Yeah, switching things up. Some of you, good relationships or partnerships could be coming in, but it's for some of you, it's going to be rather unconventional. I don't know if you're going to be the unconventional one here, Scorpios, or this sort of relationship or partnership with you is going to allow that sort of unconventional type of connection. This is like good boss ass energy. I love this Aries vibe with you. But damn, the Aries there over that sort of Piscean vibe. Judgment, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Some of you are dealing with people that didn't allow this sort of emotional growth within you. So if you're coming out of relationships or partnerships and now you're moving forward, you're like looking at things differently. So there's a lot of healing vibes on this. There's a lot of overcoming vibes on this. And this is the way you look at something, the way that sort of energy is, it does make a difference with you. Some of you could be dealing, if this is like religious based and when it comes to relationships or partnerships or work, love, life relationships or partnerships, right? This could almost be that energy of, you could be a person of faith and someone else could be far more analytical or far more philosophical. And that could be why the relationship or partnership doesn't work. Some of you, that sort of flexibility that you have, that uniqueness, really does make a difference with you. The fact you got 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Swords there, there was way too much stuck, stagnant energy. There wasn't any, like, room for growth. Some of y'all, not even much sort of inspiration energy, right? So whatever this sort of connection energy, whatever these sort of relationships, partnerships, or whatever the fuck this journey is you got going on, it is kind of, it was also, everything was like a juxtaposition. Your beliefs, their beliefs, everyone's beliefs were different. And where was that sort of beautiful kind of ability to work together, grow together? You're allowed to be complex. But some of you could have been in relationships or partnerships that didn't allow that complexity, or someone didn't like that complexity. So, those are kind of iffy and sticky sort of opportunities, right? I don't know why it comes down. You could be a person of science, but you can also have like religious faith, right? Or you could be a religious person, but also kind of like the science side of things. Not everyone likes that duality. For some of you, that's sort of what's important. Whatever this is, it's all about what's important. And where's the sort of equal reciprocity when it comes to establishing that relationship or partnership? I feel like this is far more work-based with you. Some of you, this kind of brings that upgrade in energy as well, because there's this, you have this sort of flexible type vibe about you that makes the difference, instead of like a kind of a staunch, stodgy, stuck sort of a vibe, you know what I mean? So you could be bringing about some interesting sort of switches and changes and opportunities, especially when it comes to the workplace energy with you. So you're far more well-rounded when it comes to your decision-making, which makes you a very good sort of boss vibes here, Emperor energy. So, expect good things and expect that sort of, you need to be able to have that kind of give and take, which makes the difference here. Some of y'all, when it comes to relationships or partnerships, this is like the seriousness of it. So you're asking like the important questions instead of some of y'all just the superficial shit with regard to relationships or partnerships. Work, love, life vibe, Scorpios. Do you watch your favorite astrologer or watch your favorite astronomer? I feel like you're just as inspired by both. Some of you, that relationship or partnership wouldn't work or couldn't work because there is that sort of a lack of an understanding, especially if you've been in this. The 5 of Swords, the Judgment, the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and there with the 2 of Swords. All that 5 energy, how you going to kind of move through it? I do feel like this is more work or tangible opportunities. If it is like a relationship or partnership, this could be the point where you're looking at what's really important moving forward. And, you know, that's what makes the difference. I definitely feel like you could be getting good opportunities, but it's the fact that you have this uniqueness, that there's that beautiful equal reciprocity. So your uniqueness is actually kind of appreciated. Or some of you can find somebody who's kind of in the same sort of goals that you are. So you could meet somebody and they could do like whatever you do for work. They could do like the opposite of what you do for work. Or you get an opportunity and it's the fact that you have that sort of opposition type vibe or that different kind of viewpoint that switches everything up when it comes to good boss ass energy here. This is good HR energy too. It's really good Emperor Empress vibes because you have the Empress energy over here. So this is like speaking on that duality too. So, damn, for fuck's sake, Scorpio. It's complex. That's what makes it beautiful. But where's the reciprocity on something? Where's that sort of equalness, right? Some of y'all can stay stuck in this energy for a while. So this is it's kind of the seriousness when it comes to whatever relationship or partnership this is with you. There's beautiful blessings energy as well, Scorpio. So this is definitely feels like an upgrade. But damn, it's taken you a while to get in this vibe. Some of you meet opposition because you kind of have this interesting sort of viewpoint on things. But it actually makes you far more interesting. It actually adds that nice little element of complexity to you as well. That for a lot of you, some people are lacking. So, damn Scorpios. Take what's yours, leave what's not, right? Did we put a song on this for you, Scorpios? How appropriate. There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart. Again, there is no dark side of the moon. You know what I mean? So, where's the fucking power of positivity with you? I like this. This is called the wedding ring. So, some of you, this is like the serious part of those relationships or partnerships. The questions that some people don't look at. Like the religion, the spirituality, moving forward. There's a lot of tough sort of questions here. There's a lot of tough sort of energy to work through. Some of y'all is just static fucking energy. So how long you going to stay stuck or stagnant in that? Or go for the sort of equal kind of give and take energy here. So if this is dealing, well, I definitely feel like it's dealing with relationships or partnerships, but damn. This is almost who wants to control the whole dynamics of the relationship or partnership. There's definitely some seriousness to this, but for fuck's sake, right? So watch your favorite astrologer, watch your favorite astronomer. That complexity makes you far more interesting. It really does. It really does. So, damn, take what's yours and leave what's not here, Scorpio. For some of you, this is that everything is good, but. So, there's a seriousness to this. So, is it the good opportunity? Is it the right opportunity for you? Is that the right working relationship or partnership for you or not? But you're going to have to kind of be real with yourself here with the decisions that you're making. So, this is, you're not going to be able to half-ass this. Or some of you, if you half-ass this decision, this kind of changes everything. So, be mindful of your contracts. Be mindful of your partnerships. Who likes that duality within you and who does? Well, it's more like a juxtaposition for some of you. Because it is like the energy of, you could be a person of science, but, you know, you have a strong religious faith as well. So, that's great. It brings an interesting complexity to you, but some people, right? Whether you're the scientist or the religious person, some people don't like the two to mix together. So, oh, fucking hell, Scorpios. That's beautifully complex. And some of you are beautifully complex, but not everyone's going to like that complexity. So, take what's yours, leave what's not. Good luck, God bless. Like, share, subscribe. You've overcome a lot. So now's not the time to let this energy kind of keep you stuck or stagnant. Like, share, subscribe.